What's going on, y'all? It's your guy CJ, aka the Pookie Hybrid, back at you with another video. So let's go ahead and get into this Caitlin Clark situation. Now, I did a short that went viral for me, right? That just did some numbers for me on TikTok, and it did pretty damn well on Instagram as well. And I basically said, which I sort of misspoke in a way, right? One of the things I said that was mistaken and misspoken was I said the only reason Caitlin Clark has the acclaim and notoriety that she has is because she's a white woman. That is not what I meant to say. What I meant to say was that one of the reasons she has the notoriety is because she's a white woman that played basketball in middle America, and most of the country is still white, like 60%. So that was what I was getting at. I wasn't trying to attribute all of her success to her being white. One of the main reasons she's successful is because she's shooting the peel off the ball. We know this. If you're being fair in your assessments, you understand she's a shooter. And not only is she a shooter, she can shoot off the dribble, and she coming off that peel, off that corner, letting it ride. We know this. If you're a basketball fan, you respect that she can do that. You might not like it. You might want to go for Angel Reese because she's black, whatever the case may be. But the fact of the matter is she's shooting that bit, all right? So I misspoke on that, but I still stand on the rest of what I said. The other half of America doesn't want to accept the fact that she's balling, and one half doesn't want to accept the fact that some of her privilege or some of her acclaim comes from her being a white woman from middle America, specifically Iowa, right? She put them on the map. Shout out to her. I ain't got no problem with it. It is what it is. The demographics are what the demographics are, okay? So recently, she did not get voted onto the USA Olympic team, right? And my initial response was, okay, well, she's not really ready. This is her rookie year. And you know, when you're a rookie, you don't really get a lot of those type of things to go your way. It is what it is. But then I had to think, right? Anthony Davis, Christian Laettner. There is a precedent for rookies making the national team, the USA team, right? But I love what Stephen A had to say in this clip here.
You know why we didn't do a better job of promoting the WNBA? Because the numbers, the eyeballs, the interest, the sizzle, the headlines were not there. No one cared. The public didn't care. And so now you have somebody, that has the world caring, and you say to her, well, you know what? We want to make purely basketball decisions. It's the right thing to do, and we got to be worried about how other people are going to feel. But you're still complaining about the max salary being $250,000. You're still complaining about the absence of eyeballs. You're still complaining about the lack of headlines and notoriety and pub and cachet. You're complaining about all of these things. And the one person who has proven they can alleviate that concern, that could ultimately serve to benefit the better whole, now we want to sit up there and get all altruistic and stuff and talking about, hey, it's about the sanctity of the game and the level of competition.
So basically what Stephen A had to say was, this is about media, dollars, and cents. Why would you not have her on the team? It makes all the sense in the world when you're trying to build this league and actually be financially independent from the bankrolling of the NBA. That's a real thing. That's why there is no profit being made, because the money being spent on them is attributed to the overall overhead costs. They have not profited since they've started. This is the reality. Here's a chance to do it. And I do think jealousy and agenda is getting in the way. I didn't want to believe this at first. That's not how I viewed it. But the more I paid attention to this situation, the more I understood. Now, let me say something, right? here's the benefit of Caitlin Clark. I never paid attention to who Aja Wilson was, right? There's a couple other ladies that I've seen because of all this stuff going on, but that lady, Aja Wilson, is a bucket, okay? Like, she dropping numbers like Kobe, like Braun, like Mike. Like, she not playing no games. She playing D. She getting first team all defense. She getting MVPs of the finals, in 3 regular season MVPs. Like, this lady is different. You know why I know about her? Caitlin Clark. Now, you may say, that's unfair. I don't care. It's the reality. Do I think Caitlin Clark is one of the 5 best players in the WNBA? From my research and what I done looked up in the games I done watched and the highlights I done watched, no, she's not. That does not matter, though. Do you think, let me ask you a question. Was Mike the best player, Michael Jordan, was he the best player when he came into the league playing for the Chicago Bulls when they were high on cocaine? The answer's no. Was LeBron the best player when he came to the Cleveland Cavaliers when they were afterthoughts? They hadn't been decent since Larry Nance. The answer's no. So, I don't see her as the best player. Now, have there been people saying it? Yes. I don't believe that they believe that even when they say it, but let's just say for the sake of argument, they do. Are you going to take what these assholes are saying, or are you going to just look at the fact of the matter? People understand she's not the best player in the league. She's not. She's just the well-known player, the most well-known player, the most popular player in the league. That is the only difference, okay? So I'm looking at this from a business perspective as well. This is how I see it. When it comes to sports, black people dominate it for the most part. Whether they're black from America or black from any other continent, country, massive land, right? Black people dominate sports. This is not a controversial statement. This is reality. The best player in the WNBA is black. The best player in the NBA is arguably black. But for the most part, the greatest of all time is the debate of 3 or 4 black men, right? For some reason, and I don't know the answer. Maybe because we were built to be physically dominant, right? And mentally weak in America. Maybe that's why. But basically, black people are dominant in sports. This is reality. So I never saw Caitlin Clark as the best. I saw her as very skilled, talented, marketable, in the right time, right place. That's what I saw, right? Now, here's the thing. She's brought eyes to the best players in the league. Shoe deals have been given out after Caitlin Clark because of the attention. There is a bigger goal, and this is where women, I need you to sit down for a second and listen. This is where your emotions and your feelings and this idea that you're supposed to be getting this type of recognition or something is supposed to be going a certain way. This is where I need you to put your pride, your ego, and vanity to the side. Understand what Caitlin Clark is, whether you like it or not. This woman is opening the door for you to make more money, for you to get more acclaim, for you to get more attention, for you to be actually put on an actual basketball Mount Rushmore. Because I don't care how good you are, you're not on it right now. Why? Because most of America did not watch you until now. I need you to understand that. I need you to understand that this is bigger than you and it's bigger than Caitlin Clark. This is about your sport as an entire sport, a league. Stephen A. Smith is somebody I don't agree with often. But when you're right, goddammit, you're right. And ladies, I'm not saying you got to kiss her ass. I'm not saying any of that. But going against her in the media, which you have done, talk about her white ethnicity, which you have done, you need to stop. It's time to cut that shit out because you're souring the public. And unfortunately, just like the media contributes to a lot of this shit, they also contribute to success. Okay? It's a two-way street. It's a double-edged sword, and you gotta understand it. Caitlin Clark is good for your sport. I know that you feel a way about that, but that's the reality. I'm not saying you gotta kiss the rings. I'm saying when certain questions get asked, ignore it. When you feel a way about what you contributed, and let me say this, Angel Reese contributed to the hype in the WNBA. I'm not going to say she didn't. I'm not going to say that she had no part to play in what's going on. But let's be very clear. It's been Caitlin Clark, majority. That's why people are paying attention. A lot of people want to bring up the finals between her and Angel Reese, right? When she waved and did the "you can't see me" in front of Angel Reese, right? Here's the reality. How did we even know to look at that? Because Caitlin Clark was kicking ass. And she met Angel Reese, who had a big personality as well. And that did catapult both of their brands. No mistake about it. But let's be clear. Caitlin Clark already had it. I'm a casual NCAA women's basketball watcher. And I knew who she was before the finals, before the Final Four. I knew who she was, right? The Sweet 16, all that. I knew who this woman was because of the comparison to Steph Curry. And when I watched her, I said, God damn. Of course, it's a different level with me, and it is what it is. But I was like, damn, this girl, she tough now. You feel me? And when I saw Angel Reese, I wasn't impressed by Angel Reese's game. She was cool, but she wasn't a Caitlin Clark. I'm sorry. She's gonna be a solid big woman in the league that can do some things. Unless she puts in work that I don't foresee coming, she's not gonna be better than Caitlin Clark. That's just the reality, right? But I don't hold that against her, but that's just the reality. Caitlin Clark brought the major eyes. Angel Reese contributed to it, so I'm not gonna take nothing from her. But let's just call a spade and J a J. You dig what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I feel like I got everything I need to get out on this junk. I don't like the positions that people are trying to put here. This is white and black, right? It's a white and black issue. We understand this, right? I don't like the fact that white folks are trying to say things like the women that are fouling Caitlin Clark are thugs. White folks, that thug shit. That's the hard ER to us, bro. We know what you're doing with that. It's not as disguised as you think. You're saying what you really want to say without saying what you really want to say. Stop the thug shit. There are people in the league that are just about it in all sports. They just get down like that. It is what it is. It don't make them a goddamn thug. A thug is on the streets, my nigga. A thug sticking shit up, robbing shit, beating shit down. Let's stop throwing that word around when it comes to black people. And I don't like the shit when you throw it to black women. Let's stop that shit. Like that's goofy, right? But on the other hand, black people, stop trying to take credit from this woman. This woman is top 15 in damn near every statistical category in the league, right? Now that's not super impressive because there aren't that many. It's not 32 teams in the WNBA. I think it's 12 or 15, one or two, right? But she's in that category, right? Caitlin Clark is balling. She's struggling a little bit, but she's still a baller. You're seeing that, when she figures it out, maybe when she add a couple pounds, get a little toughness on her, that woman is gonna be a baller. And guess what? Because of her, we're gonna see the progression of her, Angel Reese, A'ja Wilson, and other players that I have no idea their names, right? Let's just be real about it. All this bullshit is going on. You're gonna shoot yourselves in the foot. Now, controversy sells, but how long will negative controversy continue to go? If y'all get behind this movement, if y'all ball out, if y'all play hard, people like A'ja Wilson will get what she deserves. Because on the basketball level, she it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Watching her from 15 feet in, bucket. Off the dribble, bucket. Post up, bucket. Catch and shoot, bucket. I ain't gonna take nothing from her. But let's just call it for what it is, gang. I would not know who she is, me personally. And I'm a casual watcher of the NCAA. I have never watched a full WNBA game. And that's not because I'm sexist. It's because women's basketball, other than somebody in my family playing it, has never been a real interest to me because it's not that exciting. I'm excited about WNBA basketball. This shit is in my algorithm on YouTube. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. Shout out to all the racist people. Shout out to all the bigoted people. Shout out to all the sexist people. And shout out to all the ugly ass people. Anyway, it's your guy CJ, aka the Pookie Hybrid. Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, notification bell, so you can get all of my content as soon as it drops. And anyway, I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man. We the 100 gang, man. So y'all show love and we'll get it with y'all later. You did.